Okay, so I have a 2008 limited edition Gibson Custom Shop R8 in Canadian Maple Burst. This is the limited edition. I think it's 75 made, and this is number 5 off the batch. Um, Now, I don't know if I would call it a Maple Burst. I'd say it's got a bit of an amber color to the middle, and then the outside, it looks a little darker in the video than it is in person. Um, Amber, darker kind of a almost bourbon on the outsides, and as you go in further here, it gets a little bit lighter. I would say kind of a cherryish red in person. Maybe not even that dark. It's hard to say. But yeah, it's the Maple Burst. Let's just go with that. So anyway, it's a cool story. So it's 2008. They released this specifically for Long McQuade stores in Canada, and the thing that made it unique was it came with a maple syrup from Gibson as its COA. So you had to have kept that in order to have the original COA, and this one doesn't have it, unfortunately. But it still is a really cool guitar. As for weight, I think I weighed it in at about 8.8 pounds, which I have to double check because it feels lighter than that to me compared to my other R8, which is heavier, and it actually does feel like about 8 to 9 pounds. Either way, it's got a thick neck on it. Again, compared to my other R8, which I'll do a video about later on. Red back, beautiful finish, actually, I have to say. And it's got the Canadian serial number on the back, CAN 88005. And yeah, so in the pickups, it is a Burstbucker 1 and a Burstbucker 2. As far as I know, now there have been people that have been discussing whether or not it's the 2 and the 3 Burstbucker, but we can say it's not the custom buckers because those weren't released until 2011. So this has to be at least Burstbucker 1 and 2, and possibly 2 and 3. But I think from what I've seen, it's 1 and 2. So it still has that vintage tone. If you're looking for that kind of like custom shop R8 or that R8 like 58 tone, it's gonna sound just like that. But for the most part, apart from the 490R, 498T, these are gonna sound the same. Like these generally tend to, in my opinion. Very warm sounding pickups. Right now, all my gear is packed up because I'm in the middle of moving, and half the stuff I have is at my other house, so my amps and everything have already been moved. But I did want to do this video just to kind of show it. And I know Trogley did a video on these guitars a few years ago, but he didn't actually have one in person. And I would definitely lend it to him if you wanted to break it down a little bit more, but I don't have the syrup, like I said, so he probably wouldn't be overly interested because it is kind of a standard R8 plain top without it. But yeah, let's just kind of close up a little bit for you so you can see it. And this particular this particular one is in really, really great shape for being 18 years old. There are not a lot of dings and dents on it, surprisingly, because, like I said, the person that owned it originally drank the syrup or ate the syrup. So that just made me think that right away it was going to not be the most taken care of guitar if he lost everything that came with it. But no, it's actually, I would say it's in very good condition for its age and for what I would assume would have been a played guitar. There's a few dings, scratches, and dents and stuff like that, but overall, very, very nice. So this is one that I might keep in my collection because it's got a little bit of history, and the fact that it is Canadian, I think that makes it a little bit more special. Thanks for watching, everybody.